Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. Today we are talking about the augmented reality world of the mobiGlas. So the mobiGlas is an all-purpose multi-tool, information and interactive device that allows you to gather details of items, equipment, interact with systems, purchase items, interact with players, and store map and other important data. It is an incredibly important and essential part of interacting with the Star Citizen universe. Currently, in the social module, we have the first teaser of the mobiGlas. By pressing F2, you can get more information on player names and items in shops. But the mobiGlas has many uses, and as it goes through stages of development, more functionality and ideas are likely to get added to it. The mobiGlas concept, in the words of Chris Roberts, I've charged the mobiGlas team with a very difficult task, creating a realistic interface that will help keep your affairs in order in an expansive galaxy that we hope players will further expand in unknown directions. It's almost like building our own in-fiction operating system for an imagined future, and it's a very different task than building a spaceship. Compact and light, it comfortably attaches to your wrist. Easy to use, it augments your life everywhere, all the time. With a mobiGlas, transform the ordinary into micro-tech extraordinary. Like all micro-tech products, the new mobiGlas has stunning visual design that conjugates style, power and usability without compromises. So visually and interface-wise, the mobiGlas will show both 2D and 3D information, such as text, panels and objects via an AR or augmented reality interface, as a on-screen overlay via your helmet or contact lenses, and via a hologram via your wrist-mounted unit. Both of these will be used together in conjunction to create the mobiGlas experience. And it's important to remember that it's all connected and collected. The mobiGlas is connected to many systems, and it will be able to connect to external devices like your ship, local maps and stations, big TV screens, and all your transactions, information, all that jazz can be accessed via the mobiGlas too. But more than that, every entity from player characters to fish in a fish tank will have data the mobiGlas can discover, fetch, and interpret. This is part of the tag system. You'll be able to collect data and info and cross-reference it. For example, if you saw a billboard with a weapon and a discount code playing on a planet, you could activate your mobiGlas and then point at the billboard, purchase the item directly from that billboard, or use an app to show you where the nearest store is that's selling that item that code's connected to, or wherever that billboard is saying. If you want to recruit people, if there's a job on that billboard, it would signpost you to the correct place. There will be a wealth of info and uses for this. The mobiGlas will also show various info at varying distances. This is all likely to be tweakable and customizable too, to your preference. But you can imagine, if you're closer to an object in a city, for example, more information will be shown, from vital statistics to flavor texts, and even UEC costs. You can see this now in the social module. If you're close to a player, you get to see their name if you've got the mobiGlas activated. If you're not, then you just see a little dot showing that they're an interactable entity. But eventually you'll literally be able to take scans of objects nearby and pin them to sidebars, manipulate them in windows, and see more direct information from your mobiGlas. What you see around and over real objects and persons becomes interactive. You can literally touch the metadata. But you do need to be careful with your mobiGlas. It exists as a physical unit in game. It has stats, it has damage states. Currently, it's on your character's forearm. It can receive damage, and the more damage it receives, the less it will function correctly. More advanced features will become unstable or unusable, and the look of the interface will become more and more glitchy and harder to understand the more damage it receives. It's important to protect your mobiGlas, and shrewd marines may purposefully target an enemy's mobiGlas. The very nature of the mobiGlas is augmented reality, and there's varying states of objects that your mobiGlas can detect in the augmented reality environment. AR objects are what appear in the mobiGlas's AI display, and come in a few basic categories. Enhanced entities. Enhanced entities are real-world objects or life forms with an added effect such as an outline, lighting or shader seen through the AR display. The objects are part of the environment. They move, act and collide normally. Holographic objects are very similar to enhanced entities, but they're not real, thus have no collision. They're invisible most of the time unless you're going to be using your mobiGlas. And labels. These are 2D panels placed in the 3D world. Labels are used to view additional information and data about objects in the environment, such as prices, descriptions, and names. mobiGlasses also have a variety of different filters and modes. Exploration mode. This is the most global augmented reality filter there is. And we currently have a taster of this in the social module currently. With the exploration filter, every AR object is shown, and if a particular object has more information that a different mode is required for, it will show you in the form of an icon. Some examples of other filters are Easy Shop, Shipworks, and Hangar Service. There's going to be absolutely loads, but so like Easy Shop will see a variety of different information on objects that are buyable. Shipworks, you'd be able to see all different ship components and stuff on your ships. Hangar Service would focus on customization for different grids and movable objects in your hangar. There is likely to be a lot of filters for a variety of different things in the verse. And there's also going to be different models of mobiGlas and varying things you can do to them. Different generations of mobiGlas would be present with different functionalities, performance and capacity. The goal here is not to limit some models, but rather give a wider array of functions to some models versus less varied and more specialised functions in others. For example, the UEE Navy mobiGlas and Advocacy mobiGlas are special models built for those organisations with specific apps, functionalities and access rights. You can modify or change your mobiGlas from one model to another as long as you can afford it and can find the model you want. Some are going to be rare, and some are going to be very, very specialised. The first models available in the persistent universe will be the standard mobiGlas and the exploration mobiGlas. The exploration mobiGlas was awarded to all backers before the $42 million pledge goal hit. The Explorer class mobiGlas rig. Every player who backed before we hit $42 million will start the game with their own visually distinctive mobiGlas exoglass rig, which can be used to access the observers at any time. This backer-exclusive mobiGlas kit comes preloaded with additional galactic information that new players would ordinarily need to explore or barter to fill out. And there are also a variety of augmentations, upgrades, hacks, add-ons that you can do to your mobiGlas. Upgrading brings new or enhanced functions to your mobiGlas, but sometimes at cost. Add-ons are physical devices clipped or inserted into the mobiGlas's case. They range from specialised scanners to shielding shells. You'll also have a vast array of apps to choose from. Now, we'll talk more about them later, but apps are basically software, OS systems that you load onto your mobiGlas, that you can purchase with UBC in-game, and download from the Mobi store. It is pretty much identical to phone apps that we have now. And that's basically what a mobiGlas is. It's an augmented reality glorified phone. So what apps are there? There are loads of essential apps for your mobiGlas, and you can install a variety of others too. There are going to be some with important features, but they're all going to come in different shapes and sizes, from vital to flavourful. So some of the planned apps are Home. Home is your hub. It's a customisable menu that you'll access the rest of the mobiGlas content from. Being an operating system holding various apps, the home page will have a dynamic app layout to facilitate your experience. Just like on a phone, Home is built with widgets that can be modified and rearranged to your playstyle. It's the holder for all the other apps, and effectively your operating system. You're going to be able to set it up with different themes or styles. It's basically like, as I said earlier, a super mobile phone. The Alert Center. This app is exactly what it sounds like. Anytime you receive any form of new data, emails, contract updates, hangar invitations, friend notifications, all that jazz will go through the Alert Center. The Easy Shop app is the mobiGlas application that will allow you to purchase and sell things in the verse. It will link to stores' inventories and your own and work out what you can sell, where you can sell it, that sort of stuff. The Cargo Manager app basically manages your entire inventory. So this can be your hangar, this can be your ship, this can be your pockets or backpack, and then categorizes them into a database. The Contacts app will literally be a complete repository of every contactable entity you've met, whether you've put that in manually or you've just collected by scanning stuff down. The Scheduler app is basically a planning application which will track missions, contracts, special events automatically and also manually if you've entered that data. It allows quick information to come up to you when you need it, with start dates, end dates, who issued the contract, the goal of the contract, backlogs of conversations, lots and lots of stuff. I like to think of this as almost like a quest log. The Hangar Service app will literally do that, allow you to interact with your hangar services to expand your hangar, customize your living quarters, purchase more rooms, interiors, designs, that sort of stuff. The Shipworks app is like the Holo Table, more of an engineering app, allowing you to search through ship's components in your inventory as well as they're equipped on your ship, and then sort similar features and which part can go where, allowing you to repair, refuel and rearm your ship. The Skyline app is going to be incredibly important. It's basically a mixture of GPS and giant galactic map, allowing you to zoom in, zoom out into space stations, but also zoom out into the wider universe. It will be tracking your progress of your galactic and planetary data that you collect. But there'll be finance and wallet apps and many, many more. If you can think of something you'd like an app for on your phone or in the verse, then there almost certainly will be an app for it at launch or one soon after. And that's the joy of apps. Long after Star Citizen's release, they'll be adding them, additional apps for the mobiGlas. It's up to users to work out what are relevant to them and what is useful to them. Anyway guys, I hope you liked the brief rundown of the mobiGlas as we understand it at the moment, your super space phone multi-tool. Anyway guys, please don't forget to like and subscribe, it really does help me, and I'll see you in the verse.